Okay, Coach, autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ten logo. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Joker. No. Hit it.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete to John Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Ready? 60 outlaw. We go. Kill. Turn up.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Set, ready? 8, read. 22 jet bomber. 2.
On second down, here's Mixon. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They'll set up a throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Mike 48. Let's go. Alert 3. Alert 3.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go
4
now.
yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hard. Stop.
Nixon will try the right side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, alert three. Roll out. Watch twins. Kill.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now this throw caught left side. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. So, in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, 2. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. We want this. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Time to go, night. 5. 58 to Mike.
They'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they...
And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 78 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put...
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 10-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. He's going to let one fly for Tate. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got them the AFC North title. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I got you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
70, Indy. Defense wins championships, baby. Check it.
On first down, Mixon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jackson now. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
You got nothing.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw here. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. He'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
55 is my guy. 55. 65. 65. 65.
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Mike, 36.
Here's Jackson on third and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on third and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
This will be fielded at the 17. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Hey, lock it.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's got this down to the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Now Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, it's Mixon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Henry. Check 55, Mike. Now watch one, watch one.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. The average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
the
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to find Green. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now they run with Mixon. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Down, 18 Gator. 6'6", bullet high. Two.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Look, squeeze. Bam, bam. Go.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now back to throw, eluding the pressure right, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Go now. 8, read.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go.
2nd and 4. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 80 weapons.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Here's a run with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Roll out. Snap.
Here's Mixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They run for it with Mixon, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Let's go. Y'all playing the wrong football.
48. Come on. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Check 48's the mic.
Ingram again. He's trying to escape. He won't. He's taken down. Ingram taken down to the end zone. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Ravens, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. They will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire...
Tell me what you want, what you need, tell me what you wanna get.